Hey everybody, I promised you guys a road to top 10. Here it is. This is the series where I start from the very bottom of the showdown ladder, use the same team, try to walk my way up to the top 10. Not going to give you guys any spoilers on how the road goes, but I think it's going to be good. So, let me just get into the team really quick just to show you guys what I'm dealing with. This is the team: Salamence, Bisharp, Rotom Heat, Kangaskhan, Amoonguss, Meowstic. The idea, the team came together. I guess I had two influences. One, say June's Aerodactyl Bisharp combo, where he would Rock Slide then Assurance something with Bisharp. I thought that was really strong. I was thinking, man, I wish Aerodactyl had Intimidate. Then I remembered, oh god, Salamence has got big attack and it learns Rock Slide. Whoa, it functions like an Aerodactyl if you Scarf it, of course, because you need the speed, but it functions just like an Aerodactyl with Intimidate. Rotom Heat's there because it was kind of added last. Actually, I was really ended up being weak to Ferrothorn. I can't really hit, especially because my Salamence does not run any fire moves. I needed it to hit Ferrothorn, Mawile, and Aegislash. So Rotom Heat very pivotal, and you'll see I built it bulkily for that very reason. I know I need it in certain matchups, so I want it to survive and I want it to stay around. Mega Kangaskhan because I love Mega Kangaskhan. It'll take a hit, it'll dish a hit. Amoonguss pairs so well with Kangaskhan. You can Rage Powder away so many moves. You can Rage Powder away a lot of fighting moves because, Bisharp takes those not so well. Neither does Kangaskhan. And Rotom Heat doesn't really want to do anything with them either. So it provides good synergy there. Really, I was having problems against kind of Rage Powder, Belly Drum, Azumarill. So Amoonguss comes out to stop that. It also helps beat Rain when I pair it with some of my other stuff because I can Spore Politoed, I can Giga Drain it. So Amoonguss was there for those kind of reasons. It was also put on relatively late, and then Meowstic's here for a couple things. One to help against Rain as well, because the other four, yeah, I mean Mega Kangaskhan really helps against Rain because it's just so powerful, but the other three kind of not the greatest in Rain. Meowstic's got like Thunder Wave and stuff. It can slow down Rain. It's also got Charm to stop other Kangaskhan and just threats in general, especially Garchomp. My team doesn't seem like it's got great ways to deal with Garchomp, so I'm able to kind of chunk it slowly as I charm it so it doesn't do a whole lot of damage. So that's a quick overview. I'm just going to give you guys like the attacks and stuff because I'm still using the team for regional, so I don't want to give out the exact spreads so I don't get counter team too hard. I'm probably going to switch up some of the stuff, but here's what I'm using for the series. Salamence on a Scarf with Rock Slide, Draco Meteor, Brick Break, Earthquake. I made sure the Draco Meteor still KOs all the major dragons, even Hydreigon up to pretty decent investment. So even though it's basically a full physical set, that Draco Meteor with just a little bit of special attack investment gets way more KOs than your Dragon Claw is going to get. Plus, you're not going to be threatened by another Salamance's Intimidate. Brick Break's mostly just for Tyranitar. Earthquake's almost never used. It's mostly just Rock Slide. It's basically an Aerodactyl. Bisharp pairs really well with that Salamence, along with just threatening out Intimidate. Very standard set here. Assurance, like I said, does double damage if your opponent has already taken damage before that turn. So instead of having, 60 power, it has 120 power, and then it's stab on top of that. So I can go faster than it with either Kangaskhan or Rock Slide with Salamence or anything of the sort. And then Assurance, that same target, and it's going to do a lot of work there. A lot of people like Life Orb, and Life Orb's pretty good. I needed it somewhere. Am I even using it? I was using it on Rotom for a while, so I ended up using Sash, and then I ended up liking Sash. So for the remainder of this series, I leave Sash on it. Rotom, like I said, I needed it to be a pivot point. I needed to stop Ferrothorn. I needed to stop Bisharp. I needed to stop, stuff like that. That kind of gives me problems. For that reason, I took off the Life Orb because I was killing myself too fast. And Citrus Berry's already been allotted to Meowstic, so I gave it leftovers inspired by my friend. What was his name? I guess he's not that close of a friend. Whatever. Okay, inspired by a friend of mine who used it, and between protects, switching out, it actually gives you back a lot of health. Pretty standard set otherwise. Mega Kangaskhan, bread and butter set. I mean, come on guys, bread and butter. Amoonguss here, also bread and butter. The item, I go between a lot of different things in my head when I'm going through the team itself. For this series, I leave a Rocky Helmet on it, and it does its job pretty well. I should probably give it more physical defense for this Rocky Helmet to really help, but I didn't really like Black Sludge when I tested it, so I used Rocky Helmet for this. And then Meowstic. Man, I love this Meowstic. The set's posted on my website, www.flabay.bay. I'm not even sure. Yeah, that'll get you there. It's HTTPS, whatever. It's flabay.bay. That'll get you. Just type in your browser. And so I got the set there. Charm nerfs a lot of physical attackers so well. Just cuts their attack in half. Especially because, you know, Meowstic doesn't get access to Will-O-Wisp, but you can get around safeguards and stuff with it. Got my own safeguard to stop Amoongus's spores and Will-O-Wisps from Rotoms. I can swagger my own teammates through that safeguard because I do have 3 physical attackers, so that's pretty helpful. I can also swagger opponents if I just, you know, need a way out of situations. And Thunderwave there, like I said, was there to slow down Rain because Rain was giving me a lot of problems. If I can, you know, slow down Rain, I can get Kangaskhan out and I can start pounding stuff. So that's basically the basic team comp. That's the 6. I'm going to go through, like I said, the rest of the series is just me going through Showdown battles in order. I recorded all of them. I'll let you guys know where the score is after each one. But yeah, it's just going to be me starting at 1,000 with a new account. My name's Clever Lucky. I don't know. I have so many alts. I just ran out of names eventually. And I'm just going to go and play through all of them. Don't forget, the earlier matches are going to be against other, you know, they should scale up tougher and tougher and tougher as you go. So I'm going to hop into that. I'll do a couple for this episode, and then I'll just try to spread them out so you guys don't get too bored in any single sitting. Let me hop over there right now, and yeah, let's do this. Alright guys, let's just get right into these battles. Brand new account. I'm here on the close side. I'm Clever Lucky. 1,000 rating. This is just recording all the battles here. Looking at my opponent's team, you never know what to expect, especially at, you know, this level. Could be a really good player who just started a new alt, could be someone who's new to the game, so gotta play a little cautiously, but, you know, can't assume they're gonna be bad, can't assume they're gonna be good. Looking at the team here, he's got the Talonflame, he's got, you know, a couple ghosts. I'm thinking, hey, you know what? The bread and butter combo, the reason I made this team, is looking pretty saucy. So I lead Bisharp and Salamence, like that Intimidate, you know, get the Intimidate up on Talonflame, and I'm looking at Talonflame Gengar, and I'm just thinking, oh my god, this is the best. This is just the greatest. He goes to Mega the Gengar, don't care, Scarf's gonna outspeed everything, KO the 4 times weak Talonflame, get a flinch on Mega Gengar, doesn't really matter, no matter what he did, wasn't gonna stop this Assurance from getting the KO. Unless, I don't know, you flinched me with Dark Pulse, if we Dark Pulse Bisharp. I don't know, but there was nothing he could pretty much do there. Even if he burned Bisharp, was gonna get the KO. He forfeits after that, he or she. And great start. We go from 1,000 up to 1048, so making our way. So great first battle here. Hit that find battle button. This is what comes up. Looking at something a little less standard. Looking at that Drifblim, I know they minimize, and I'm just not ready for these shenanigans, so I'm going to lead something a little bit safer. I know Drifblim teams, they always lead the Ghost. I know that, so I'm going to lead with my own Bisharp, but Meowstic here too, because I don't want to deal with craziness if they're going to status me and stuff. So I set up a safeguard immediately and go for some big damage on Drifblim. It goes to minimize, and the Simple Beam comes out from Audino. Now, I don't know what shenanigans he's planning, and I think I got to get rid of this Audino as fast as possible. I thought +2 would do it, but Audino's defenses are huge. I get a flinch, though, so it doesn't have another chance to go for a Simple Beam because it missed the first one because Drifblim minimized on the first turn. With the flinch, I'm able to KO it the second time after swaggering myself again, so that's great. My new game plan here, eliminate everything around Drifblim, and then just deal with it later. I actually get a swagger up on the Drifblim because I think that my Iron Head's going to be sufficient enough to take out the Greninja. I don't need to focus it with the Meowstic. He switches from a U-turn. Jolteon goes down. I mean, we're +4 Bisharp. In comes Greninja again. I'm going to protect because, you know, that map block's coming. Yeah. He hits himself. That's great. I know Greninja's going to go down to the Sucker Punch, so I'm just going to start aiming random status at Drifblim. It's by itself now. Am I that afraid of it? Nah, not really. Unless I miss a crazy amount of times, we'll be fine. Get the paralysis up. He hits the Shadow Ball. Even at +2 special attack, it doesn't one-shot the Meowstic. Guys, the Meowstic spread's actually pretty good. If you guys want to see it, it's on my website, flabay.bay. Just type that into your browser. It's like, instead of .com, it's .bay. So it just literally spells out flabay, but it's flabay.bay. Great second match. We bump up to 1083 from our 1048. So far so good. We're 2 for 2. You know, played some interesting stuff so far. And I'll play one more for this one. I don't want to keep this video. I don't want to make it too long. I know I gave you guys that first portion, talking about the team a little bit. I'm on the far side this time, and a couple things to look at here. He's got that Talonflame. I like to usually lead Intimidate into Talonflame, especially because Salamence runs Rock Slide, but he's got that Malamar, and Malamar's really gonna, it's gonna take some, you know, it's gonna get some boosts. If I give it that Intimidate, then it's gonna be able to, you know, superpower, as I'm not really able to do a whole lot to it. So I'm not gonna lead Salamence. I am going to try. I am a little bit afraid of this Talonflame though, so I'm gonna lead Rotom Heat. But I also gotta be careful. I can't let the Malamar get too high up. I gotta be careful about that Prankster Murkrow doing shenanigans. That clearly guts Ursaring doing big damage, and gotta somehow deal with them all while, so I gotta keep my Rotom Heat safe as well. So he leads Malamar and Talonflame. I am gonna lead with that Rotom Heat, like I said, but to protect it in case anything came out, I want a Moongus out here. I'm really trying to protect it. Moongus is such a big threat. I know he's gonna try to at least hit it with something because he doesn't want to just get spored. He goes for a Tailwind. I was kind of slower than most things anyway. It's not gonna matter too much. I figure, hey, he can go KO himself with that move if he really wants to. He decides to burn the slot. I think he was afraid of KOing himself. Maybe thought I would switch. Didn't switch, get a sleep up, get a burn on Malamar. This is going to be really helpful just because Malamar's going to need even more superpowers now to get going, and it's just going to take this residual damage. I know he's not going to superpower into my Moongus. That would be crazy. Switching Con to that spot because I want that regenerator. Malamar superpowers my Rotom Heat. No big deal. I'll get rid of this Talonflame so it doesn't wake up and do big damage to me in the future. I don't want that priority Brave Bird doing, you know, damage to my stuff. I want to keep my stuff intact. Mawile comes out, puts Kangaskhan at -1, but is Mawile really going to stick around for this Will-O-Wisp and or Overheat? No way. So I switch out Kangaskhan expecting a superpower from Malamar, which comes. Rocky Helmet's going to do some saucy damage here. His attack and defense is going to go up, but it's not going to save him from my special attack, or obviously Rotom Heat. I'm going to try to just whittle this Malamar down right now. He is burned. He's at +2/+2. If he switches out, that Malamar becomes 100% useless. I know he's going to stay into attack, especially Ursaring is going to try to do some big damage here. I'll double protect just to get a little bit of residual damage here on the Ursaring and, you know, KO this Malamar. I don't want it on here. That Facade, obviously coming to deal with Rotom Heat, since Rotom Heat's the threat to his Mega, which is his only other Pokemon left. Pretty simple. I'm going to Rage Power away the threat and, you know, aim some damage at this Ursaring, because I think this Mawile, it can't really do anything to Rotom Heat anyway. I'm not really that afraid of it. Aims the Facade at Rotom Heat, Rage Powered away, get the Rocky Helmet damage. He tries to Fire Fang where the Amoonguss was, hoping for a best case scenario where I didn't Rage Powder. It's not going to get it. Now that I know that I'm faster than the Ursaring, that's pretty much over. Salamence does come out. I get to use one of the very rare opportunities, you know, for Earthquake to actually be used, since I only have one levitating Pokemon on my team outside of Salamence, and since Salamence is using Earthquake, not a big deal. Thunderbolt there, so I don't have the option of missing. As you guys can see, like I said, that Rotom Heat is really pivotal to me, especially against stuff like Talonflame and Mawile. That's why I have that leftovers on it, and it kept pretty healthy all game. I was able to Rage Powder some stuff away with the Moongus, so Moongus did its job. That puts us up to 1114, 1,114. So we're in the 1100s. That's great. I am going to stop us here. I'll give you guys another one tomorrow. Should be exciting. I hope. And yeah, if you guys, if I haven't spoiled what the overall record's going to be for the team before I get to top 10, if you haven't seen it on my Twitter or whatever, go ahead. Feel free to give it a guess in the comments section. I'll see who gets the closest. If you know it, don't come out there and say it. Don't cheat. But if you don't know, might as well take a guess. It does take, you know, a serious amount of battles to get up that high, but let's see if you guys can guess how long it takes this team to get there. No spoilers, but yeah. So thanks so much for watching, guys. Hope you guys are hype about the series, because that took me a long time to battle. I sat down for like an hour and a half, and I was just like, battle. Either way, thanks so much for watching. I'll catch you guys next time.